And now, coming to you live from Studio B in beautiful downtown Paris, Tennessee, My Paris TV and Paris Production Studios presents Keel Media Network's #1 rated program, The Mike Weatherford Show. Now here is your host, Mike Weatherford.
Hey, welcome to the Mike Weatherford Show. I'm Mike Weatherford. We've got some good, exciting shows coming up. Tuesday, I've got all my special co-hosts in here with me tonight. We're going to be talking about everything from the new laws that went into effect July the 1st to what every one of them's been doing. We're going to talk about everything you can think of, and I guarantee you we all ain't going to agree on some stuff that's coming up. But beforehand, let me tell you what we got coming up. We got this inflation buster. It continues. Our friends at Landmark Realty and Auction, they're doing a $100 a week giveaway. We're on our third week, folks, so you got plenty of time to tune in. All you got to do is listen for the cue to call. And if you're the caller, you win that Chris $100 bill brought to you by Landmark Realty. Man, them guys are stepping up to the plate. Also got these missing persons that we still haven't heard from. We got this 17-year-old girl, Jordan Blankenship, and her little 15-year-old sister, JC Blankenship. These people need to be found. They're young girls. They're missing. Contact the police department, Lieutenant Derek Colley at 642-2424 or 641-1412. With all the modern technology, you got to put a 731 in front of it. That blows my dang mind. We're walking backwards. I don't know. Thursday night, don't forget this, and we got the Benton, Henry, Carroll County election coverage coming up. This Thursday at 7 p.m. live, we've got Patrick Smith. He's going to be our political analyst. He's going to bring you all the live returns as they come in, hot off the press, as they say. Man, we got this thing covered. It's going to be good. I've got the Henry County mayor. I lost my train of thought. I got something going on in my ear all the time. All right, folks, we got the mayor coming in, John Penn Ridgway, and our state rep, Tandy Darby. He'll be here. This is the place to be if you want to hear the live coverage with hot off the press results. We're going to talk to the county mayor, John Penn. We're going to find out exactly what's going on in the county, and we're going to talk to our state rep and find out what's going on in our district. So you don't want to miss it. This Thursday night, 7 p.m. live, we're going to do the election coverage. So this is the place to be. And also, we got a watch party going on with my friends out there at Ace's Pizza. They're going to be watching us live at Ace's Pizza. So, folks, if you can't tune in, go to Ace's Pizza, order you a pizza, drink you a beer, eat you a sub. Just check out my friends at Ace's Pizza and tell them Mike and the guys and girls sent you out there. So that's the place to be Thursday night because they're going to be tuned in to the Mike Weatherford Show with election returns. So, hey, this is the place to be if you want to find out where all the happening is going to be. Thursday, 7 p.m. In the meantime, I'm going to move on here. I guess I'm going to move on to my right, my pretty co-host that has her own show. Not you. I'm talking about Heather. Welcome to the show, Heather.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Did you see all them people's nod up when I said my pretty co-host?
Yeah, I know. Tater jumped in. He thought he was up.
Yeah, he thought it was him. But anyway, welcome. How you doing, girl?
I'm good. You know, just same old thing.
How's your show going?
We're working on it.
What do you got coming up?
We got coming up next Thursday, the 11th. We're going to do a show on bioidentical hormone replacement. Kind of go over some of the science behind it, the benefits, and some of the issues that may come up with that. And we'll cover that pretty extensively next week.
That's good. So, folks, y'all heard that right from Dr. Melton. She's going to have I don't know what the hell it is, but you're going to have it, right?
Yeah.
You're going to do it.
We'll explain it. So if you don't know about it, you will.
On the far corner over here, we got Mr. Tater Hayes in the house.
What's up?
How you doing, brother?
Living a dream.
You're dressed in yaller. That's not
like
yellow.
You know, I always got to support something or somebody. So
what is that?
Nashville Soccer, man.
Oh, okay. I want to make sure you knew what you was wearing.
Well, I do.
What you been up to?
About 5'9".
Always one in every bunch right there.
Well, look, we got political analyst. So you got the title. You got political
you
analyst.
Got one too.
And you got a title. Your host.
Right.
She just spit off some kind of word I couldn't spell in 3 weeks.
Bio
something something something. Mine says bulldozer operator on the bottom.
No, it says don't be a hater.
Vote for Tater.
That's all it says. And
Thursday.
on my left, I've got the one and only, my political analyst, Patrick Smith. How you doing, brother?
Good, man.
How you doing, man?
I'm great. Glad to be here. I'm glad we got Tater and Heather here with us too.
Full table
It
today.
is.
We
It's
got
full.
we got the table full. Hey, we got some special guests coming in too.
I know.
We're gonna have a guy in here later on. Gonna talk to us after the break. Gonna talk to us about Bitcoins. He's gonna do a show with me the 16th, and we're gonna be talking about Bitcoins.
You know, I've been wondering about Bitcoin and what is it? Is it going to be around? Is it going to last?
It's like Pokemon.
Yeah, I wonder if
Is it real? Can you touch it? You know, do you mine it with electricity? Is it just flows through the air? You use a Tesla coil and just suck it out of the ether?
Is it going to be?
How does it work?
Is it a pyramid like them emus?
Where do you go to suck out of ether?
I mean, what the hell is it? Anyway,
I mean,
you
do it down Perger?
I know, right?
I don't know. I want to know, man. Is it like the titanium that's in the ground? You know, they're mining it.
If you'll tune in to 16th at 7 p.m., we're going to find out, folks.
Yeah, I think there's
all about Bitcoin. The guy coming in is Stan Dunnigan. He knows all about Bitcoins, about the mining, all that going on in my ear. You hear all
I know,
that?
yeah, it's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to find out about the mining of Bitcoins. I don't know if I take a shovel and mine it or what. We're going to find out about all the electricity use. Stan Dunnigan is going to be the man that's going to come in here to 16th. And he's going to be here a little bit later to give us a little promo of what's coming up. Hey, I got the Wiles boys.
Yeah.
You know them? They're not wild. They're Wiles.
I don't know them. They're run for school board, though.
School board, and one of them's a county commissioner.
Yeah.
So Dunnigan, he's running for school board too.
That's right.
So we got this battle.
I told you I felt left out. I'm the only one not running for something.
You are.
And she lives in Benton County. That, you know, in doing some of my research for the show coming up on Thursday, I was going through looking at all of the positions and everybody running. Mike, I don't know. I think Heather is the only person that's not running for something in Benton County.
You might be right.
There are a lot of people running for office over there.
Yes.
She don't have time, all that surgery, all that
That's
cutting
true.
and joint replacement, and and what all do you do?
Yeah, I do that.
Do you?
I did a couple this morning.
What a couple? She told me the other day, Mike, I've been busy. I done 11.
Oh, my
How in the
goodness.
hell is it possible?
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
You just
11?
cut into 11
They just
people.
line them up. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, yes.
You still got all your fingers and all your digits
Yeah,
and
so
everything?
far I
mean,
did,
because
yeah.
that's going in solid.
I mean,
that's getting after it.
orthopedics is kind of like construction.
Yeah,
you know,
you got
lots
like
of
a
drills
saws and
saws.
drills,
oh, yeah.
hammers.
We
and-
got all the cool
Do you have to
tools.
put orange cones up before you work?
Yeah, no, not yet.
Oh.
Well, I mean, sounds to me like it's kind of complicated, but you make it sound like it's easy. You just get to, is them two got them dentists use that screaming ass wheel sound that just drives you through the roof? Is that?
No, I mean, it's a drill. I mean, we have
I
different
mean,
drill bits.
is it a regular DeWalt?
Yes. No, it's not
You
a
gotta-
DeWalt, but yeah.
Okay.
I
Is it
mean,
battery or is
Lowe's,
it-
it's a
Is it
battery. It's a battery.
Really?
There's, yeah.
Why don't you film me a surgery and let me get it on the show and show it?
All
Oh,
right.
that would be
That would be
awesome.
bad,
That would
man. I
be
want to see
awesome.
that. But as long as it ain't me. How about Tater?
Oh.
Tater, hold on. You're always
Tater, you need a knee replacement.
There
Probably
we
when I
go.
parachute off the top of the Eiffel
That's
Tower,
right.
I'll probably break a leg and we can film
I
it.
seen you limping a while ago.
That's
Do
what
you need some surgery?
Yeah,
We can hook you right up.
I can put my lie detector test on.
Yeah.
I can get my parachute on. I can get on the top of the tower, jump off, break a leg and an arm, and then we can let.
I thought after the bull ride I might be seeing you, but you did
Yeah,
pretty
they
well
got a
on
little
that.
cushion going on right
You
there,
said all
though.
that.
Yeah.
Did you watch that bull? That was something, wasn't it? He grabbed a
Most
tiger
people get
by
the bull,
tail.
but I got him by the tail, man.
Yeah.
You did. That was pretty cool
Yeah.
stuff.
Raise some money, too, which was
yeah.
a good thing.
What'd we raise?
$1,500, I think.
At least
Yeah.
raised $1,500 just to watch Tater ride a bull
Backwards.
backwards, like we say in the
It
country.
was worth it.
was.
too.
Well, you know, what I figured out is once you raise its tail, put your thumb
Oh,
like.
oh man.
Then the bull can't get no air through there. It's a lot better ride.
Yeah, you cut off the draft.
Cut the draft off.
That's
That's it.
But I didn't see no thumbing going on.
Secrets.
Did you see any thumbing, Heather? All I seen was Tater fall off. But you fell. No, you didn't fall cool neither. I was going to say
Is
you
there a
look
cool way to fall?
I don't know. It wasn't bad. It wasn't.
But I had to get down there with
We
him.
should have
Remember?
scored those.
They did.
They did
score them.
The fall.
Oh,
The
yeah.
fall.
Yeah.
No, not the ride.
Yeah, that was absolutely insanity. Look all the stuff we've done that I've got poor Tater involved in. I got
I
him in a
know,
lie
poor
detector.
guy.
You would have thought.
It's tough being your friend. I learned that
Just found out my title, guinea pig.
the hard way. Yeah.
It was funny the day we did the lie detector, y'all. Y'all will crack up. Tater didn't know. I just told him, meet me out there. Got to talk to you about it. We got out there to the lie detector play. We sat him down that chair. And there's these pads you sat on. Tater said, is that going to shock me? I said, we're not in an electric chair, damn it. We're in a lie detector. And I found out why they called him Tater. But he did give me a long wheelbase 10. I kept my mouth shut.
Yeah.
But his wife did call in. She said, for another $100, I won't tell why they call you Tater. So that show cost you more than a lie detector did. It cost you about $200.
Yeah, we're gonna take a few pictures. What he said, it won't take long.
Yeah, that's what I told you. It won't
Next
take
thing I
long.
know, there's wires hanging off, and I'm like, what?
Heather, I called her when we did this first show with Heather. Tell her how it starts. You know, you've always got this start. Says, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I was a guest. Then I was a guest again.
Right.
And then I was a co-host.
Right.
And now I have a show.
That's right.
That's how it goes.
Patrick, are you figuring this out?
Yeah.
So I'll be careful over there.
Yeah, I've got it figured out. I've let Tater and Heather be guinea pigs.
What are you saying? You might be the brains of this outfit. You know, we got to have some brains behind it because, you know, I'm just Mike.
I'm just a translator to your English.
Yeah, I've got some funny English. Hey, they did like my Tristy. You know, electricity.
Oh, Tristy.
Tristy's what I call it. When you're in the country like that, it's called Tristy.
Sometimes you have it and sometimes you
Just-
don't.
You don't most of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, if you pee outside at my house, you take a chance, you Tristy going out. It's always been like that out in the country. You know, I don't know why it's like that.
I don't know either. But
you
I
are from
enjoy being
Hyco.
out in the country.
Yeah, we're
and
both
being
here.
able to do that. That's a great benefit.
Me and him are close by. We're almost rock throwing neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and
It's unfortunate. I'm sorry.
well, it helps him.
Yeah.
Hey, what do y'all think about some of these laws that just got passed?
There's some wild ones.
What do you think? Lead us off on that. Yeah, I know there's one that you are absolutely can't understand, can't believe, and I've got Heather and Tater here. They're the brains behind all this to explain them laws to you.
Well, I am thankful for that because
Thank me later, brother.
oh man, I am just looking at some of these, Mike. I feel like a school teacher, like correcting paperwork here with my
I
red
even
pencil.
called one of our reps about some of this stuff.
I'm looking at them like, did we really need some of these? So, and I don't know. I don't know the backstory.
That's what
but
we're here to talk
that's
about.
right. So here's one that was Senate Bill 2087, cracking down on drive-by shootings. And so the explanation goes on to say to impose stricter penalties on criminals who engage in drive-by shootings. A new law requires that a person convicted of aggravated assault that is involved or use of display of a deadly weapon be punished one classification higher than otherwise provided by the law if the violation was committed by discharging a firearm from within a motor vehicle. We have to put a law in effect to crack down on drive-by shooting and make it stricter, which is, I don't know. Is that a rampant problem, or how do you make it more strict if you're driving a vehicle and you shoot at someone?
It doesn't matter if you shoot at someone standing, driving, flying
Yeah.
an airplane.
What are we having to layer on another layer?
If you look at a lot of these laws, though, there's a lot of laws that are cracking down on violent offenders.
Yeah.
And so overall, that's a good thing, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And it's, you know, there's some that like you don't get parole anymore or you're serving an automatic life sentence. But it seems that there's kind of a theme as far as acts of violence or crime of really like making it.
Well, I
harder
think those get a
sentencing.
lot of attention. You know, obviously, you know, when you think about the makeup of a lot of our state legislatures, they are from the legal profession.
I got one for
And
you.
I would say you'd see a lot of that. So
I got one for you. House Bill 0978 expands existing laws to make it a felony to camp on any public property,
Yeah.
as well as making it a misdemeanor to camp along a controlled access highway.
Where did that come from?
Well, I called the state reps and asked them, what the hell is all this about? You remember when they had all them riots up there in Nashville?
Yeah.
And people,
kicking
Yeah,
off
that's
the
why.
state property.
people was up there putting tents
Yeah.
up and claiming that's their property.
And they were in the roads.
Yeah, and everywhere. So they made a
Yeah.
law where they didn't fix the stopping the traffic, but they fixed it where you can't camp. So you can't bring your sleeping bag,
Right.
and camp out.
And they extended that to even local
Yeah.
municipalities. So,
Yeah.
for instance, here in Paris, if somebody camping out on the court square or,
Yeah.
or over there by the fountain,
Yeah.
either one, the county or the city,
Yeah.
could have the authority to kick them out. And
What do y'all think? You think
It's a shame we have to make rules and laws to teach people how to act and
Well, that
behave.
goes back to parenting. We need to go find the damn parents to these kids, and that's the ones that need to be the hind ends, bank. It's parenting, guys. Agree or disagree, it's parenting the problem. I
Lots
mean,
of
not
it-
every time. Now, there's exceptions to every rule, but a lot of time, it's a lack of raising. Y'all agree or disagree?
I
with that?
agree.
well, I don't know. That law is could be.
Here's
could be
one right
viewed.
here that I want. I'm going to give this to Heather.
All right.
Heather, this law right here,
Okay.
SB 2153. Read that to us and explain to
Yeah.
me what the
I
hell
was
they're
just
doing.
fixing to say, this is all about you, Mike.
Yeah.
This is, the bans transgender females from participating in higher education female sports. I mean, to me, this is common sense, but,
What it
you
does-
know, like, basically, you know, it doesn't allow biologic males to compete in female sports.
What
And
they say you got to do is whatever's on your birth certificate.
That's what you compete
That's
as.
what you compete as.
And, you know, this
What
is,
the hell?
like, I was talking to my daughter about this on the way here, because she's an athlete, you know, but this is not just, this isn't a political issue, this is a safety issue, too. You know, there's been biologic men competing in female sports, and women are getting hurt. You know, there's a reason we have male sports and female sports.
Well-
We didn't just arbitrarily say, let's split them up. And do you ever see a trans man trying to compete in male sports? No, because they know they will get totally destroyed. And
Yeah.
so I can't imagine, like in the swimming realm, if I had a daughter who worked her whole life to be the best swimmer in the United States, and
Yeah.
she gets beat at a national competition by a man with a wingspan twice hers, and who went through puberty as a male. Like, it's just not fair.
Well, or what about if something happens to them at school and they need to know what biological birth gender they really were at birth, so they would know how to treat them. For instance, an
Right.
accident,
Right.
even. I mean, you would need to know that on their registration in case they collapsed in the hall. What's wrong with them?
Right.
You might need to treat something for a biological female different than
Right.
you would look for something in a biological male.
Right. I don't know. I mean,
It's kind of simple. This is medical terms. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Right.
If you're born with a penis, you're a man, right?
yes, for
If
the
you're
most
born
part.
with a vagina, you're a woman.
Yes, balls, no balls.
If you cut off your penis, you're just a man with a cut off penis.
I mean,
I mean,
biologically,
what
you
else is
still.
what are we missing?
I'm not
mean-
missing anything, Mike.
Okay.
I'm
I mean,
intact.
I don't think anybody
Oh,
on
you're
this
just
panel is going to
taxed.
argue.
That's a whole other show right there.
Yeah.
What's missing?
And just think, if this rule had been in effect, 30 years ago, they'd have kicked you off the swim team.
It done what?
They'd have kicked you off the swim team.
I don't see Mike shaving his chest to swim. I don't know. I just,
Did I shave my chest for this? Is what I've been. What?
Yeah.
I mean, all I can say is what the hell.
yeah.
I mean, there's
we've
laws.
lost,
Man,
we've
let
lost
the
our
world
mind.
get
Yeah.
to the point that it's at. That's why
Yeah,
we have to make
I mean-
rules like this, because we sit around and let the world go to.
When biologic males are being nominated and winning for Woman of the Year, I have a problem with that as a woman. I think there's a lot of things to celebrate about our differences, and I'm really proud to be a woman, and that's just who I am, and that's how God made me. And to put males in these positions of the female of the year, it disgusts me. I mean, you don't see it the other way around. And every feminist in the world, and I'm not going to say I'm a feminist, I believe in equal rights, but I think we're different. Every feminist in the world should be up in arms over this. I mean, because literally they're stealing everything that, I mean, you can't just put lipstick on a pig,
It's still a pig.
it's still a pig.
Oh,
It's
I
still a
agree.
man.
You're preaching to the choir.
And so I'm sorry, but I that stuff gets to me because a lot of women have fought really hard to get where they are, and then to have a man kind of knock them out and say, "Oh, this is a better woman than you are." Are you saying now men are better, do everything better, including being a woman? Like
You're a good reason I brought this up with you, because you're in a male-dominated world in what your profession is.
Right.
It's predominantly
it's
male.
94% male.
So you're the female in it, and that's. I think it's fair to hear your side of the story.
Right.
What's going on about
So
these.
I believe women can do whatever they set their minds to do, but
No
we
doubt.
are biologically different.
We sure are, because last time I checked, men can't have babies.
Well,
now they're
if you
going
ask
around-
a certain group of people, they might say
I
that
don't
they
give a
can.
damn what they say. A man can't have a baby. He's not a hyena.
Well, there's one thing for sure. She's not a transgender orthopedic surgeon.
Okay.
That's true.
That's true.
I'm not.
I was waiting on
I don't
the,
plan.
I was waiting on the
I don't
punchline.
plan on changing that.
I was waiting on the punchline. with you.
She,
But,
she,
I mean,
she didn't have to change her gender to be a surgeon, what I'm getting at.
reason
Right.
why
I didn't have
These
to
dudes
change
shouldn't
it.
be able to change their
it was a
Right.
fair
gender
question.
to be a winner in swimming or
they say y'all don't have ovaries, y'all ain't got no right to talk. Well, I brung a woman in this show just for stuff like this. Let us hear her side of the story, because Heather's a very smart lady, and she's in a profession that's dominated by men, and she has to stand up and do her job as a woman and not ask for anything. But a man wants to put on a dress and a wig and decide he wants to do.
I don't care if they do that. Honestly,
No, nobody
do it.
does.
Like, do what you want
Yeah.
to do. You do you. But when you start, expecting certain things, and especially when you get in these sports things where we have historically had division of the sexes for this exact reason.
That's right.
Then that's a problem. But
What
if
is
you
that?
want to wear a dress, if you want to cut your stuff off, take hormones, whatever you want to do, it does not bother me. I'll even play your game. You want me to call you a girl? I'll call you a girl.
I ain't so damn sure.
But-
I'm not calling Tater no woman. Tater, you'd be the ugliest damn woman I ever seen in my life, no matter what dress
He's
you wore.
working on the hair,
agree
though.
totally.
Now, Patrick, I ain't so sure. You try to dress.
I did win the Womanless Beauty Review in high
I
school.
know that.
I was in one of those once before, too, and I tried to be ugly because I didn't want nobody to.
Yeah,
I
You
look
gotta try
like
real
Norman
hard,
Bates'
dude.
I look
mama.
like my beautiful mom.
How hard do you have to be to try that? How hard do you try to be ugly?
Not too much.
But
But I sure wasn't gonna win, that's for
Go
sure.
ahead.
Here's one that I think we're starting to see this come up here on Kentucky Lake, which regulates wake surfing and wakeboarding in public waters of the state.
That's a Tater problem. Go ahead.
Yeah, I
So-
do that too. Where is that one?
Yeah.
So
What bill is that?
that is Senate Bill 2107 that went into effect, and that outlines where you can wakeboard or wake surf, how close you can be, how big the body of water is. So, Kentucky Lake hasn't had the wakeboarding and wake surfing
How do
like
you
some
ride
of
a
the
wakeboard on the lake with no damn waves? You ride behind boats?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
the boat creates
yeah,
the wave.
The wave, yeah.
Okay. I knew that, but I mean, I think wakeboarding is like in the ocean. But go ahead, Patrick.
Well, in some of our smaller lakes in Tennessee, it's really popular. They can get in these coves, and in fact, they just had Wake Fest or something up at
What are
in
they
East
riding?
Tennessee. They it's a boat.
board.
It just the board.
Right.
It's kind of like a
But you said in these coves, who's making the waves to ride on?
the boat does, and it makes a pretty good sized wave. So
Okay.
the boat sets
I
down
have
in
a
the
wakeboard
water.
boat.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
4 or 5 feet almost, and it just pushes this
I
wave.
understand. I'm trying to get the viewers
Yeah.
to catch up what you're saying.
And so you can't do it within, I think the law says a body of water that's more than, or less than 400 feet, you got to be at least 200 feet from the shore. It gives guidelines on how far you can be from other motorcraft, so on and so forth. And that law just went into effect. And, people on Kentucky Lake, like I said, don't do it as much as they do on other lakes, but I would say that's going to be a surprise to some people.
I don't know. Does any of y'all collect sales tax? Am I the only business owner here that collects sales tax?
Yeah, I don't.
Tater,
yeah,
you
we
don't.
don't
You
collect.
don't. Well, there's a new law. I don't have it in front of me. I'm gonna have my glass on.
It's the.
Up to 2,000 the year 2000, 2000,
2000.
they allowed us as business owners, we collect the sales tax. They give us a percent to collect them. We got up to 2% to collect sales tax. And people said, well, why are they paying y'all? Well, we collect all small business like myself. We collect all this sales tax.
Yeah.
We got to have accountants. We got to have computer programs. We got to deal with it. So Tennessee said they was financially strained back in the year 2000, so they took that away from us. So we had to do it for free. You know, the government charges you every damn thing you do. They charge you a fee. I don't care what it is. It's a fee, right? Well, finally, they allowed us guys, small business owners, to get 2% of the sales tax up to $2,500, then 1.5% anything over $2,500. It's about time that us small business owners got a break.
I agree with that one, Mike.
I do too.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, the money that I spend with an accountant every month, the money I have to have a program, I have to do all the paperwork, keep up with all this money, and they finally, in 22 years, said, hey, we got a rainy day fund with billions of dollars. Let's let these tax collectors.
That's what exactly.
Yeah.
You're unpaid tax
That's
collectors.
exactly, and you know, and they're on your butt.
Yeah.
They don't used to. You could mail it in. Hell no, they want to debit your account.
That's right.
On the 20th, 12:01 a.m. on the 20th, bing, it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They finally.
I agree with you.
You know, that's the only law that I've seen that helps the working people, the ones with the calloused hands, right there. 2%. That ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Because we got 22 years of back pay we got to get paid for. But it's crazy, you know.
Mike, this stuff is why somebody like you should be running for office. You know that?
Right. Okay. Well, that's right. Go ahead.
And I heard a rumor that you might be considering running
For president.
for
No, sorry.
our state senate position.
That's exactly. I am exploring that, guys and girls.
And
I don't know. The viewers can let me know. I'm looking. It's a 7 or 8 county race. It's all the way across. It starts in Obion County, Weakley County, Henry County, Stewart County, Gibson County. It's a big area, but it's time these guys with these calloused hands gets out there and does something for the community, for my neighbors. I'm tired of all this bullcrap. They get up there, they promise us they're going to do something. You know, I don't want to be we got to have local, but I want to get up there in the state to where I can think I can make a difference, because it's about time that these working people like myself are represented. They go up there and they represent these businesses and all this money that's flowing into them. Not Mike. That's what I'm.
well, I mean, Mike, I think you're on to something. I think that the people in the state of Tennessee are looking for that type of leadership.
Yeah, I think the career politician is.
I only want
It's
one
like-
term,
Yeah.
maybe 2 terms. Let me rephrase that. But I'm not threw my hat in the ring yet, but I'm exploring it because I'm always a bitching. If you come around me, Tater, you'll hear me all the time complaining. Heather, you hear me, and it's time that we got the average working man represented. You know, that's just how I am. I think
Well,
it's
Mike,
time.
we used to have that more with what we used to call the Dixiecrats and you know the Southern Democrat, and it did become a more of an elitist thing over the years. The politics, you know, it's always been more of a popularity thing, but there was a time when it was the gentleman farmer.
I'm reaching out to all. I've got friends in all these districts that's come to me, and they've asked me, Mike, step up, dude. You know, we like the way you think, the way you do things, and it might be
a campaign bus.
that's right. And it might be
Here we
it
go.
might be a shock to some people, but it's not a shock to people that know me, because I've helped a lot of politicians through the years get elected, and a lot of
Is your
them did good
slogan
things.
and be "I like Mike"?
I like Mike, exactly.
Going back to old school.
I'm going to. It's going to be.
That trademark is being worked on right now.
It is. We're going to do everything we possibly can to help the working man. I'm going to be your voice. You know, I'm going to get up there and I'm going to do what the people in my district needs. I'm not going to do none of this trade-offs. I'm going to be the working man's man and lady in office. I'm going to be Heather, people like you that works every day.
Yeah.
And
I don't have calluses on my hands, but
I bet you do.
maybe a little
You
bit
do?
wrangling the cattle.
That's right. That's right.
Hey,
Yeah.
I just, we were talking about all these laws, but, everybody can look these up on tngopsenate.com.
Yeah, look them up.
And there's actually, I'm looking right at it, but it has a list of all the new laws to take effect July 1st. It's just really interesting. I think, we can't complain about the laws that are being made or the things that are happening in politics if we don't take an active role
That's
in
right.
it
That's right.
and investigate it. And you have to look at it sometimes past the headline because,
Yeah.
the
I just
new,
got the headline. I didn't get the detail.
what do they call it? The new bill that they're trying to pass in our federal government that's like recession relief, but it's really not at all. In fact, it's like raising taxes on the middle class, people making under $200,000 a year. And it's not a recession relief package. It is literally going to hurt middle class.
Heather, Washington has changed the definition of recession, or trying to.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Yeah.
only for them. It's just changed for them.
We know better.
I mean, recession has been defined in our government for, ever.
I kind of
And-
understand it.
Yeah. And throwing taxes at people who are already like talking about cutting back on their
Yeah.
grocery bill is really, it's unbelievable. So, people need to get past like, oh, look, it's a recession relief program.
Right.
No, it's not. It's really not.
No.
So you need to be active. You need to
Tell them where to
educate
go one
yourselves.
more time.
It's TennesseeGOPSenate.com.
That's a good one. We need to get involved, and you need to write to your congressmen, your senators, stay in touch with them, because they only grease the wheel that's greasing, that's squeaking.
Yeah.
Lack of involvement's how we got to where we're at now.
Exactly.
From starting way back when, and
We've gotten passive because
I'm
things
guilty.
were easy. Yeah.
I'm guilty because you sit there and you think, that ain't gonna matter. It
Doesn't
ain't gonna
affect
matter.
me.
It ain't gonna matter.
Yeah.
Till now we've got stinking laws and rules this deep.
Well, they're written by
For what?
lawyers. I got a lot of lawyer friends. Y'all gonna have to forgive me, but they're written by damn lawyers, and you can't understand them.
Right.
That's just like
Job
our
security.
just like our tax code. Why in the hell do we got all this mess when it should just be a flat tax? You pay it once a year, go on about your business.
Right.
No, I've been screaming that for years.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Look who I've got joining me right here, Mr. Rusty Wiles. What do you think about all this going on?
Figured out how to work this mic first off. Good conversation, and it's a conversation that we need to be having more and more. The government that we have here locally is just a reflection of our federal government, just smaller.
That's right.
Same problems. They start here and they just get bigger. And if you don't get involved and do something, my brother and I are both running for office, and the reason we're running is not because necessarily we think we can do a greater job. It's just that you can complain and have problems with the way things are run in the city or the county, or you can get involved and try to change them. But you can't sit in the recliner all the time and just gripe and complain.
You can't be a mechanic every day. You know what a mechanic work does.
Yeah.
Put your
Yeah, you
put
got-
your put your rear end in a recliner. You can't do that. What are you running for? It's talking.
I'm running for school board seat, currently held by Mr. Dunnigan.
Oh.
And I was tickled to get to meet him tonight. I haven't met him. Really nice fella. And I'm not particularly running because I think we don't have a good system, or because the people that are running our system are not doing a great job. I think we do have a great school system in place. I think we could tweak it in areas to make it better, obviously. And I think we need to change out offices, just like term limits on every office regularly, to get new viewpoints and new input into the system.
Tell me who you are, Rusty. Tell me your background.
I'm Rusty Wiles, unless you owe me money, and then that's Joseph R.
Be careful. That might get you a
that's a good
co-host
one.
job.
Yep.
Born and raised here in Henry County. Born on the south side of Henry, actually, but have lived, with the present location of my family up until I grew up a little bit. And I've done just about everything you can do to make a living. Worked in the family business, which my brother still owns and runs, for years on
What
and
is
off.
that?
Wiles Welding and Machine Shop, currently known probably as Wiles Racing Drive Shafts, because that's the specialty business he does now more than anything else. And he makes and ships all types of racing shafts all over the country now. So it's a very good ongoing business. He's built over the years since we started in 1976. I've worked there. I did a tour in the Army. Very proud of my service there.
Well,
I
thank
am
you
a
for your
veteran.
service, brother.
Yeah, thank
Very
you.
proud of that. I am disabled, but I'm not a disabled veteran. I want to make that clear. I'm a veteran and I am disabled. I got disabled in the school system, matter of fact, where I taught for 16 years as
You're
an
an auto mechanic
auto
teacher.
mechanics instructor.
right.
Followed Mr. Leroy Frazier. Very proud of that job that I did there. I thought we made a lot of progress and built the program and really had a good opportunity for people to come in and young guys and women to come in and learn a trade, if you want to call it that, but learn about how to make a living in the world.
Yeah, we
Whether
don't
it be
all
auto mechanics
we
or
all
what.
can't go to college, and I appreciate what you did, and I support the gentleman that replaced you out there, Rusty. I support him. I've had his students come and job shadow at my place. Everybody don't have to go to college, because somebody's got to fix these cars. Even though they claim they're going to be electric, so be it. They still got to be fixed. Somebody's got to build our houses. Somebody's got to plumb them houses.
Yep.
Somebody's got electricity in them houses.
Put the electricity in.
There's a lot of things that's got to be done, and everybody don't need to go to college.
Yeah.
Some people need to do something with their hand. You see that hand right there, brother? See that calluses? It don't hurt a damn thing to have a callus on that hand.
Mr. Miles, what?
Wiles.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wiles. You said you were talking about you were an educator for 16 years.
Yes, sir.
Is there something with the current school board, like you want, or the current education system? Is there something you want to advocate for or advocate against?
Cigars.
If I had to list a main goal that I would try to work toward, it would be to put a lot of more credibility in the diploma that a guy's getting out of high school. I mean, my wish is that any kid that graduated from Henry County High could go to a 4-year college if they wanted to and be ready to go to that college, not have to take any remedial classes whatsoever to go to any college they wanted to go to, if that's their choice to go. I didn't consider that choice when I graduated because I wanted to work. I was working, and that's the only thing me and my family have ever done and knew. My sister was the first college graduate in my family. That's what she wanted to do, and she graduated and became a teacher. But that wasn't what I wanted to do, and I've tried my best in my classes to show my kids that I had through my classes in 16 years what opportunities were out there, not only including 4-year college and engineering type degrees, but in 2-year technical schools where they could learn a trade a lot cheaper and a lot quicker and get in the workplace.
Tater, you got anything you want to say? He's talking about the school board. That's kind of up your alley, ain't it?
No,
No, you're running for.
He got the board of
I'm a
education
mechanical-
across the backside.
Yeah, okay.
I do think, if you want my opinion, I think there needs to be more people on that school board, to be honest with you.
That's a good question.
I think in a voting situation, 5's just a bad number, in my opinion. I think there
You
need
want
to
to be able to tie? You want 6?
No, but I think there needs to be more like 7 or
Okay.
so on there.
What do
That's
you
just
think,
my
Heather?
personal opinion.
Heather, Dr. Milton, from a woman's perspective, what do you think?
Well, I mean, you were talking about opportunities and such, and I was born and raised in California, don't hold it against me. But, you know, I grew up
Going back to
in a
Cali.
going back to Cali, but my dad was the first person to go to college in his family, and he went to medical school. You know, he went on to be very successful. For him, education, higher education was it. And from the womb, I was told I was going to college, you know, so I knew that was in my plan. But some kids are not in that same atmosphere. And so I think our schools need to foster that, particularly for those kids that maybe haven't had experience with higher education, whether even including trade schools, like what their opportunities are. And I'm not really sure that Henry County is fully like helping kids navigate that world, because just saying I'm going to college is one thing, but you kind of have to have a career path in mind. And I would really like to push our students a little bit more. I know I'll probably piss some people off saying this, but I think there's an atmosphere of mediocrity sometimes.
Yeah.
And we don't need to be mediocre. We need to be exceptional
Other
in
than-
whatever we choose to do.
Other than the person that probably blueprinted that house that you live in, I bet college education people didn't build it. I bet the laborers were just.
Well, I'm not saying that college education
am.
is the only
I
thing.
am.
I'm not saying that's the only thing, but
Yeah.
I'm saying you
agreeing
are a
with
lot
you.
of what your environment is.
That's right.
And if you don't have that, there's kids that grow up in family of blue collar people that may be great higher education
Right.
people, and kids that grew up in, higher educated families that need to go do a trade.
Well,
I mean,
I'm-
you just have to like push. I think that we need to push our kids to be
Let's
exceptional.
bring
I'm a
this
graduate.
up.
I'm a
Here's
graduate from Hyco Tech. I went to
Yeah.
Hyco College. That's where I graduated from.
This
We
city-
got to get his brother on here. Rusty, I appreciate you coming on here, brother. Tell everybody what you're running for and how they can find you and how they can vote for you. Tell them all about it. Camera one, right there. That's your camera. Tell them who you are.
It's your campaign speech right here.
Campaign speech right here.
I don't do campaign speeches to begin with. I'm as you can tell, and my brother will be on here in a little bit, and you'll surely know that we don't do political correctness. The last time I was woke was this morning about 6 o'clock. I just, if you want to know what we think, just ask. We don't have a problem with saying it, and that, as Heather says, it might piss some people off. But that's just, if you don't want to hear the truth, don't ask me, because I'm going to tell you what I think is the truth. It may not be the truth, but it'll be what I really honestly think from my heart. I am running for school board in District 2, and I hope you guys in District 2 are tuning in and listening. And while I had a chance, I was going to thank Mike for having me on, and whoever else is responsible for this little studio. This is a really big thing for Paris to have an opportunity to get on this type of platform and this type of professional studio, which I'm very impressed with.
I did it all.
He did it all. He's a mechanic. He always did it all. He fixed
Couldn't
it.
find no trade school guy, so
No.
he had to do it all
I
by
couldn't
himself.
find no college education to help me. Hey, my ears didn't blow up. Kevin, are you alive? Giving him oxygen. But I appreciate you, Rusty.
Well, we thank you
you
for
for
having
coming.
us on this, and to try to be fair across the spectrum of all the candidates and give everybody a little opportunity to say,
Yeah.
hey, that's really great, and not a lot of people get this type of opportunity. Like I said, I'm not a campaigner. I'm not a politician. Don't want to be. If this is a political office, I'll give up right now. I don't want to be a politician. I just want to make a little bit of difference and bring some common sense back.
We
You
need
guys
that.
were talking
Yeah.
about common sense a while ago. Our legislature stays so busy making laws to make up for people that don't have any common sense.
You're right.
If they had people that had common sense, they wouldn't have to make all these pretty stupid laws that they have to make about the wakeboarding and
Saving
the like.
us from ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, I've known the Wiles boys all my life. Done business with them all my life, and when he says they'll tell you what they're thinking, that's how they roll,
It's the
man.
truth, huh?
That's how they
Rusty,
roll.
I
That's
appreciate you coming on. I'm going to get your brother in here because I got to take a commercial break. Tell me, my ear, do you want to do a commercial break first, or you go ahead and get the? We're going to swap out and get your brother on here. What do y'all guys think? I mean, we have got a good thing here to allow all these politicians to come through.
Hey, while we're doing a little pause here.
Yeah.
I want to make a little promo for the Henry County Fair is coming up. Do you know that? Okay. So first of all, there's bullfighting one night. I think that's the opening night. Cody's involved with that again. And Shamrock.
Ultimate bullfighting.
Ultimate bullfighting. So everybody should come to that. But I have near and dear to my heart, and so does Stan, is the Junior Livestock Show. And there's a lot of 4-H'ers and FFA kids in this county that have been working hard for a year at least on these animals, whether it be steers, hogs, lambs, or goats. And these kids put a lot of time and effort into it, and I'd really like for our community to show out for them.
Show
and
up and show out.
If you want to bid on an animal, or you want like the best raised beef or hog, whatever,
Oh, yeah.
and you're intimidated by the auction, talk to me. I will be happy to go and bid for you at the auction. I do it all the time. And
Do
if
you pay for it?
That's
or
what I was
bid?
just
I
fixing to
don't
say
pay
the
for it.
same
I
thing.
don't pay
I
for
think
it.
say just buy me one of each
Yeah,
of them.
but if you haven't had beef raised by a 4-H kid, you are missing out.
That's right.
And we're in times where the food supply may be compromised, but I promise you, it's better than
y'all
anything
got
at Walmart.
y'all got y'all's slaughterhouse open yet?
Not yet. We don't. And Yoder's is closed down, so we're gonna have processing
Yeah,
issues
what's
for
the
sure.
deal with that? I just heard that.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
actually saw
No,
your
they're
post.
coming. No, I hear different. They're going to be a sponsor on my show starting September.
Well, it's for sale.
Well, I just know they're coming on board. Kevin, correct me if I'm wrong. Are we not picking up Yoder
Yoder's
Brothers?
meat processing,
Or
because I know my
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, they're the contract hasn't been signed, but they're coming on as a sponsor September 1st.
Well, they're not processing.
Okay. Well,
But maybe, hopefully, we have something by then. But you can, that's one thing, is you get to pick how you want your animal processed.
excuse me. She said
Yeah,
we
go
may have
ahead.
missed it. So it may not be the meat processor. It may
Yeah, it
be
may
I want
something.
mine
the
processed
country
medium
store.
rare.
The country
Hold on,
store,
hold
yes,
on.
the
I'm
country
getting-
store.
The country.
Yeah.
The country store, not the meat processing.
Right.
The country store.
There
is
are
coming.
other processors in
Yeah,
the community,
yeah,
though.
they're good
well,
ones.
they're
There
not-
are
you're
good
fine.
ones.
Yeah,
but-
very good ones.
Look who I've got to my left over here.
Right.
They're pushing me to hurry up. They said we ain't even took our commercial break yet. Look who I've got sitting right here. What are you doing there, Ralph?
Come on your show.
Pick that thing up, put it in your mouth. We can hear you.
You can hear me fine.
No, I really got to raise. They're telling me to raise it up. We can talk to you. You don't chew on it. Just talk it. How you doing, brother?
Doing good.
What do you think about all these laws and stuff we've been talking about? Anything that struck a note with you?
The sales tax deal, I mean, that's like
You collect it
that's
too.
a good deal. I have to collect it, and they forced, small businesses. They forced us out on paper. It's all done.
You got to talk. They can hear you.
Y'all had to do it electronic.
Yeah.
So therefore, that brought on your own filing.
You got to have a computer program. You got to have an
It's all-
accountant, a
It's
secretary.
all on computer.
I've never heard
none
nobody
of-
else that you could, but you get it done for free like that.
I'm like you.
I hadn't thought about it, Mike, till you brought that to my
Yeah.
attention
Yeah.
last week. I had not, because it's not something
Yeah.
that we do in a
No.
professional service.
And a lot of people don't understand how important.
Yeah.
That's where your taxes come from.
We pay it in a different way, so we don't collect the sales tax.
Sure, but a small business like Ralph at
Yeah.
his business, we all collect it, and we've been doing it for free. That we was just giving it to the state. We had to have programs, you had to have accountants, you had to keep up with it, and you better have that damn money.
Yeah.
That's the very important part.
Yeah,
Chris.
you better.
You
yeah.
better have it, because
Yeah,
they ain't playing games.
Yeah, they send you a little notice.
Yeah, sometimes, but sometimes they pull up in that little cart and want it.
I saw
They
something
have
on there
done
too
that
where
before,
they were extending the collection of sales tax to Venmo and other type as part of that law.
Lord.
What the hell's all this Venmo?
Venmo.
Just write a check or give them cash, people. Come on.
That's right.
I tried to give somebody cash a little while ago, and they wouldn't take it.
Well, you didn't try
Probably
me.
church.
Well, we're going to talk about Bitcoin, so.
Yeah, I got
that's-
Bitcoin coming up. Tell me who you are, Ralph. Will you run a Ralph's Wiles Welding?
Run Wiles Welding, but probably better known in late years is Wiles Racing Drive Shaft.
The old shaft out there.
I put the shaft, everybody will take it.
What are you running for? The county line or what?
Sometimes that's where you'll find me running toward.
Tell us
county
about
line.
yourself.
I'm running for commissioner in District 2. I'm not a politician, don't want to be. Kind of like my brother there, don't want to be. I'd be happy, serve 1-2 terms. It don't pay much over at the commission, but when you get your check, sign it on the back, give it back to the county.
You're not going to keep it.
No, you don't. You shouldn't get paid for that.
I agree.
I mean,
What do you-
That's your duty.
Thank you, Mr. Trump.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm there with him. I'm there, brother.
So,
That's
he's
your-
giving us a shaft right
Yeah.
here.
I know.
He
Vote
gonna,
for me, I'm going to give the money
he
back.
gonna grease the shaft
Hey.
up. What on the county commissioner? What made you decide to run?
Well, of course, me with my restaurant out there, Kenny's.
Yeah,
you know,
Kenny, don't forget Kenny.
I tried. I bent ears. I talked. I begged, pleaded to get some help out there for a cut through.
That's right. I agree.
All on deaf ears. But yet they can spend that money all over the county and all over the city.
Well, that's a state highway.
It's a state highway. But they'd permit you, they would permit it. But there again, you get no help
I got to agree.
through the county,
Just-
through the highway department. Never got off the ground. Never talked to you. Plumb to Wargoo, the county people. Everybody I talked to, it just fell on deaf ears. But that's the other deals that I hear in talking, trying to get that done, in talking with some of my commissioners. It's like, well, you just don't know how that works up there. They bring something up, you want to talk about it, you don't get to talk about it. Yeah, we'll talk about that next meeting, or or
It's gonna
we'll-
be good.
or even the budget deals.
You're having a hell of a time. over
I'm
there,
having,
Frank.
I ain't.
Go ahead, just
but
chill out.
anyway,
We told you right
I'm
before
good.
that
I'm
we'd give
good.
you a time.
But there's a lot of stuff. What's happening in Washington starts right over here. I've said it. I just want to get in there and see the numbers, see how they spend that money, see what they do about spending the money, how it gets to where it gets.
Right.
There's several things.
I think a small business owner like yourself. Now you got a guy running in another district over here, Tater.
That's right.
I think it's good to have small business owners because I'm going to preach this a little bit. Small business owners built this country.
Yeah.
They took time away from their job. They went up there and laid out this county. They got on all these councils. They got on all this stuff, and they laid this county out. They're dead and gone, and hell, the graves don't even know where they are.
Well, I think a lot of times.
And we need these small business people back involved in it. Get corporate out of it, get politicians out of it, get the small man back in it. Calloused up hand, guy. I'm for you. I'm the small man.
I think Ralph's like me. I'm not doing it because I think they're not doing a good job or not doing the right job. But, over the years, everybody says, well, if you got to, step up and do it. Well, now a bunch of us have stepped up to do it. And, I think Ralph would probably be like me. I think I maybe come look at it a little different than other people because we're not spending our money. We're spending other people's money.
You're spending my money.
Your money, all of y'all's money. And it's a lot different. Sometimes people look at things a lot different when you're spending somebody else's money. It don't hurt near as bad until it starts coming out of your pocket.
I've always said that I'd rather see a man that's run a small business in charge of a $20,000 budget than I had to be a man that's hard to be in charge of somebody else's $1 million budget.
Hard?
Yeah.
Hard, H-I-R-E-D. Help me, Heather. You're my interpreter.
I kind of missed that one.
Well, I take that out of her check. But
She even gets a check. She's got a title,
so
a show,
so much
and
money.
a check.
I don't even know what to do with it.
I know it's so much money. I mean, I
It's
made
like
her.
bitcoins all over the
I
place.
made her a wealthy woman. She just does this surgery because she likes to hear that drill. It ain't got nothing. But hey, man, I appreciate you coming on. What do you think about this deal? We got a little thing going here. It's pretty good.
You got a good little gig here. I like it.
Kind of surprising, isn't it?
Yeah. I was kind of surprised
Come
when
in
I
here, you walked in, I throwed you up here.
It's the real deal.
You come flipping in that door, doing
Yeah.
handstands and all that break dancing.
you
But you
been-
knew we had Dr. Melton here. If you threw a hip out, she'd put it right back.
Yeah.
Well,
Your wife's a doctor.
Well, she's not a doctor. I call her that, but she's not. She's a practitioner.
That's the same damn thing. She doctors her own people.
That's what I tell her. But they
Put
don't,
that microphone where they
they,
can
don't,
hear
they
it.
don't get to charge as much. As a doctor. That's a real
They don't have to go
problem.
to school as long either.
Well, I don't know about
I
that.
sure
I
wish
don't
you
know
brought one of them
about
big
that.
bologna sandwiches from the
Yeah,
store.
well,
Well,
That
we
would
could
make
have. I mean,
All
I
right,
kind of.
look at that camera right there, camera
Yep.
one, because they're telling me I got to go give $100 away.
You gotta make
Look at
some
that
money.
camera and tell them who you are, what you're running for, and ask them to vote for you, my friend.
Ralph Wiles, running for commissioner in District 2. Early voting is done over, but come Thursday, line up, vote Republican.
Show up, show out.
Show up and show out. That's it. We'll see if we
There's
can.
no Democrats around here anymore. They're all independent.
Yeah.
Well, that is a problem in the county.
Are you
here,
running?
buddy.
Are you running as a Republican?
I am running.
Is
as
your
a
brother
Republican.
running as a Republican?
He is.
So y'all are bona fide
We are
Republicans.
bona fide.
I love that
Trump
word.
Bona
Republicans.
fide.
We're
Like
bona
hard.
fide Trump Republicans.
You are. All right,
Yes,
brother.
sir.
Hey, I appreciate you coming on, you and your brother. I appreciate you too, guys.
Well-
Hope you felt welcome. You worked to the last minute, didn't you?
I sure did.
Greasing up
I
dry
got-
shaft.
I got to go back and finish up.
We were just about to lock the door, and I had your brother call you. I said, well, we'll let him in. Hey, I appreciate you coming on,
Thank
man.
you.
Hope you enjoyed it. Hang around. We're going to...
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, we're going to do some more talking, and we're going to give away some money. And so then we're going to have Mr. Stan Duncan. When we get back from the break, he's coming on, and we're going to talk with him and see if I can't insult him, maybe.
Well, I
It won't take long.
That won't take long. All right, folks. So hang around. We're going to do a commercial break, and you might want to pay attention because I think we got that $100 bill ready.
Dollar.
dollar.
That'll buy you a whole tank of gas.
That'll buy you a tank of gas. It's a long wheelbase
Hey,
tent.
you ain't driving what I'm driving.
We're going to give you. I'm going to give you a $100 bill from Landmark Realty.
All right.
Hang around, pay attention, get your phone ready, take it away.
This presentation of the Mike Weatherford Show is being brought to you by
Don't forget, August the 4th, your friend, my friend, and our friend, David Hayes is running for County Commissioner, District 4. Don't be a hater, vote for Tater.
This has been a paid political ad for David Hayes for County Commissioner. Paid for by David Hayes.
With a new name and a new location, Paris Power Sports is now Paris Outdoor Power. What's not changing, though, is the same great quality service and commitment to your satisfaction. Leading the area since 2016 as your bad boy and skag mower dealer, Paris Outdoor Power will continue to proudly bring only the best in outdoor equipment, including now TYM tractors, as well as outstanding, reliable service that is centered on and committed to creating long-lasting relationships. Come see our new showroom today, Paris Outdoor Power. Mow with an attitude and power on.
Napa Auto and Truck Parts. With over 95 years of experience, you can trust the Napa know-how.
Take Me Back Cafe. Delicious home-cooked family-style meals in a nostalgic, warm, and inviting atmosphere. Take Me Back Cafe. Great for the entire family.
And the attorneys at Hawley & McAdams, who with over 90 years of combined experience, pride themselves in competent, thorough representation, utilizing their vast experience in a broad array of practice areas. Voted favorite law firm in the 14th Annual Reader's Choice Award, Hawley & McAdams are proud and honored to serve you.
Shattering the image of standard nursing homes and committed to enhancing the human spirit, Charter Senior Living of Paris is focused on removing barriers that can prevent your success and a better life. A unique boutique community with many wonderful amenities, we offer various levels of quality care in an apartment and floor plan of your choosing. Learn more and request your free resource guide at charterparis.com or give us a call today. When physical assistance becomes a necessity, enjoy the peace of mind you deserve. The decision to buy or sell a home can be a difficult one, and it's important to have someone you can trust during that process. Landmark Realty is that someone, committed to serving you and to building solid, long-lasting relationships. Our experienced real estate agents with established professional networks work hard to help you find your perfect dream home. Browse our wide variety of homes at landmarkrealtytn.com or stop in at either of our 2 locations in Camden or Paris. Don't live in the past. Let Landmark move you into your future.
Whether it's real estate, business, criminal, or family law, civil litigation, estate planning, or even personal injury, attorneys Andy Clark and Chad Cox of Clark & Cox PLLC provide the experience and trusted representation that you're looking for. A long-standing Paris PI Reader's Choice favorite. Clark & Cox address your legal issues using the team approach, setting into motion a strong and highly competent and capable staff to assist you with all your legal needs. To find out more about how we can help you, visit clarkandcoxlaw.com or call us at 731-642-4446.
L.I. Smith & Associates, a full-service engineering and surveying company that combines 40 years of industry expertise with new cutting-edge technology to provide innovative solutions to real-world problems. Headquartered in Paris, the professionals at L.I. Smith are dedicated to providing high-quality surveying and civil engineering services throughout Henry County and the surrounding region. L.I. Smith & Associates, industry expertise, innovative solutions, and community-focused. 54 Fuel Mart, a great place to eat with friendly staff and some of the best gas prices in town. Stop in for a bite to eat or get treated like family. That's 54 Fuel Mart, 1213A West Wood Street in Paris.
Kenny Christopher has been truly honored to represent his home county of Benton as your sheriff for the past 8 years and would like to thank all its citizens for affording him that opportunity. Kenny recognizes that no one can do this job alone and that he has been truly blessed by God with a supportive family as well as a fully dedicated, sacrificial, and hardworking staff of employees. Election Day is coming August 4th, and Kenny Christopher humbly asks for your continued support and vote for Sheriff of Benton County.
This has been a paid political ad for Sheriff of Benton County, Tennessee, paid for by Ken Christopher for Sheriff.
Caller number 4, Inflation Buster, 731-227-2451. Call now. Pick up the phone. Call now. Tell them, people. Call now. Yeah, call. It's Inflation Busters. All you got to do is be the fourth
be like
caller.
Alexis Van Dyke from last
week. She won it.
She won it.
I want her to come by the shop.
Sweet little girl, a young lady.
Yeah.
Young lady.
That's
Got
right.
her a $100 bill. And
Is there an age requirement on this?
No.
Look who we got here now.
Dial the number.
I got Mr. Dunnigan. Welcome to the show, Stan.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So you're going to be my guest on what date?
August 16th.
I'm just
This is
checking
not a
it.
trick question.
Yeah.
It was a trick question. He's told me this 10 times. I don't have my spreadsheet in front of me. What are we going to talk about?
We're going to talk about Bitcoin and what it is, how it can be useful even to small business owners, how it can be useful, get around those Visa and MasterCard transaction fees, not now, but at some point, and why you might want to think about this, especially as we're looking at technology for the future.
Right. So your job
collecting bits of coin.
Well, hold on a minute. His job is going to be to convince me.
Oh Lord.
That it's legit.
Oh God.
So I'm going to talk about what it basically is, how it works, why it's not a Ponzi scheme, why if you don't want to buy some, why you might just want to learn how it works.
That's exactly right. I want to know about bit mining.
Yep.
I've heard rumors about it's going to shut our electric grid down. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about all that.
Create a black
And
hole
there's
and just
other
suck it out of the air.
Yeah.
There's other types of electronic currency too. Are you going
There's
to touch
about
on that?
15,000 others,
Yeah.
but mostly they're crap.
Most
Okay.
of them are
But
crap.
Okay, there you go.
So-
but I can talk about those.
When you and I first talked, I told you to shoot for my knees because I'm kind of a simple. They all call me I'm dumb, but I want to
I
be.
have never
I
said
have
he was
never
dumb.
said it.
Well, what word do you use?
Simple.
Simple. There you go.
Yeah. Never dumb.
That's what I told you when we talked. I said we got to keep it simple for somebody like me.
I've taught school for over 20 years. I
Tell me
can't
who
break
you
it
are.
down. Stan Dunnigan. I have lived in this community for over 20 years. many people probably know me as Dr. Stephanie Dunnigan's husband, or Betty and Lou Carter's son-in-law. So I'm out there on Gate 3 Road, and I've taught at UT Martin for over 20 years. And
What do you teach there? Bitcoin?
geology, although
Geology,
I try to work it into my classes, and students love it.
That's pretty cool. I like
Yeah,
stuff like that.
work in the mining. I see the connection there.
I had a guy from, what was that place? Hyperionics. How you say that?
Hyperion.
Hyperionics.
Yeah.
He was on
They've
here.
come to Martin and talk about titanium.
Yeah, they've been on my show talking.
Can you
Yeah,
mine
I saw that.
titanium the same way you do Bitcoin?
Negative.
Can't.
Nope.
Dang, I just
Hey,
I would have
guys.
thought of mine.
But
Hey, let me.
Both are not anything alike.
All right, we got a winner. He's been telling me forever. I just been ignoring him, but we have got a winner. Woohoo! Look here.
Yeah.
Another lady. It's been 3 women in a row. Dora Warner. She has won that $100. Go,
Good
man.
job, Dora.
What do you think, Dora? Is Dora gonna be live with me? Y'all
Did
patching
what?
her through?
Turn that down.
I can't hear her.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now, Dora. How you doing, girl?
She can't hear us.
Mike?
Yes, can you hear me?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you, Dora?
You're richer.
I can hear you.
Good. I can hear you too.
I'm good. Thank y'all for doing this. I appreciate it.
No problem. What are you gonna do with that long wheelbase 10?
I'm going to put it on my electric bill.
There you go.
I was thinking we might go play bingo.
Yeah, bingo or maybe cheeseburger or all meat down to L&L's.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got good burgers down
That's exactly right. Hey,
there.
Dora,
We can
I
meet down there for dinner one night.
tell everybody how easy it is to win this $100. Just tell them all they got to do. Hello?
All they got to do is call in.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Who's your favorite Facebook show?
Health matters. Oh, sorry.
The Mike Weatherford Show.
There you go. There you go. Folks, just keep tuning in every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. We're going to have a $100 bill given to you by Landmark Realty. Landmark Realty has stepped up for 12 weeks and to give us $100 to give away.
Great.
And it's wonderful, guys and girls. Dora, I appreciate you watching, girl.
Thank you for all you do. Appreciate the show.
I appreciate you, girl. Don't go nowhere. They'll talk to you when we get out there. Thank you.
Yes,
What do y'all
sir.
think? See how easy it is to win a $100 bill?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Simple.
just got a message from the third caller.
Did you?
Yeah.
What did they
So
say?
close. She
What'd they
said
say?
good show.
There you
But
go.
she'll try again next week.
There you go.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to thank Landmark Realty. You know, them guys, Randall Bowden has stepped up. He said, hey, man, this inflation is getting away from people. You know, people are having to shuffle money around. You know, groceries or medicine or gas. I mean, it's out of control. It's not a lot, but all you got to do is watch our show. You can win $100. Do anything you want to.
Man, I was there the day he came up to approach you with it idea, man. He
Great
is,
idea.
he's got a heart
Yeah.
big as Texas, man.
He does,
He's really
man.
ready to.
That's
And
that-
you
help the
know, as
community.
hot as it's been, the electricity bill is
Well, they
going
said
up. I mean,
we're
and- yes,
they're going up.
they're going to
and,
pass through a TVAs or going to pass through increase.
I'm going to work with getting the BPU on here, and we're going to find out.
Yeah.
Because I hear all this stuff on Facebook. They're blaming the BPU.
Who? Yeah.
We don't know. I'm not going to say. I'm going to get them on here.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about our light bills, how they buy it from TVA, how they resell it to us. It's that
That'd
simple.
be yeah.
You think they pay for it with bitcoins?
We're going to find out
one day,
one day. So you're going to prove to me the 16th of August, which is coming up in a couple of weeks, right?
yes, sir.
You're going to make Mike a believer in Bitcoin.
I will tell you all about it, and you can decide for yourself.
You're not here to sell it, are you?
Nope.
I appreciate you coming in, man.
Glad to do it.
Tell me what you're doing in office. I've got a lot of politicians. The last day of politics until Thursday. What are you running for?
Yeah.
What are your jobs?
Well, living on Gate 3 Road, I'm in the 2nd District. And when Josh Fry was elected sheriff, I had some people contact me and say, why don't you see about getting appointed to that school board seat? Thought about it. I prayed about it. And I talked to my wife to see if I could do that and get permission. And
You didn't get forgiveness?
and so
That might be why I'm not married, Stan. I always got forgiveness. I never did ask for permission.
well,
He's a smart man.
and talked with all the county commissioners and eventually got appointed to that position. And
How
18
long
months
you been
later,
in there?
18 months.
18 months.
So
You
I feel,
enjoy it?
oh yeah, it's not easy and sometimes it's not fun, but and it's not a small amount of work, but it's something that's rewarding.
Do you work more for the teachers or more for your constituents as a school board member? You know, because a lot of people didn't like the plastic.
That was a very
No, it's a
tricky
good
question.
question.
Well, no, that's a fair question.
It
I'd
is
say
a fair
more than
question.
any, I'd say neither of those. I work for the students
That's even better. That's
That is good. Yeah.
because
'Cause I know
they're
there's
the
a lot
ones
of-
that have the greatest either positive impact on them or the negative impact.
You're
So it's very
exactly right.
important that we have a director that does things right, and that's really the job of the board. Is not so much like Congress or Senate. We just have to make sure that the director is doing a good job and following the policies and the laws of the state. And as you can see, there's lots of laws that have been passed, and she gets direction from the state, and we have to make sure that she's following those and the principals are doing what they're supposed to be doing, so that the students are achieving what they can achieve.
If I can get elected in office, I'm going to work on some of these laws that's coming down.
There's too many. There's no sense for a lot of these laws.
It's insanity.
I agree.
And what I want to do is put the power back in the working man. Y'all all say you're not a politician, right?
No.
Tater, you're not going to be I'm going to be a damn politician. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to fight like a politician.
Mike, here's one. We talk about the working man now.
Let him ask for his votes. Tell me who you are. You're running?
Sure.
I'm sorry, Patrick.
No, I'm Stan Dunnigan over on Gate 3 Road, 2nd District. I'm running for the school board seat there in the 2nd District, and I would greatly appreciate your vote. If you voted for me already in early voting, thank you very much. And if you hadn't, then you can come out on Thursday and
Show
lay down
up.
that vote for me.
Show up and show out.
That's right.
All right, brother. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, talking about having these people on for the school board, there is the state of Tennessee, one of the other laws. I'd be remiss not to talk about something that affected teaching or teachers or education. So it is Senate Bill 2155, and it is revising teacher evaluation criteria. So under this law, greater consideration of student achievement in teacher evaluations. The measure lowers the teacher observation component of the evaluation from 50% to 40%, and increases the student achievement component from 15% to 25% to more adequately measure the proficiency of students. Now that's the outline that I have, and
Hold on. They're going to drop the grade scores is what in layman terms. When I was a kid, 65 and up was passing. They're dropping it down to 60.
well, no, this is
No,
how
that's
they
different.
grade the teachers.
Yeah.
Teachers,
So,
okay.
so this is we talk about
I'm sorry. I had something else going on. Go ahead.
teachers and the education system.
They need grading.
They need to be accountable, like the school
That's
board
right.
is accountable to, or holds the superintendent.
Right.
And but it looked like they're taking less, teacher observation of the evaluation from 50 to 40. So they're taking less of the teacher's capability, maybe, or how they perform in the equation, and they're applying that 10% to the student's achievement. So I don't know. I've heard before about teaching to tests and those sorts of things, and I don't know if that's something that exacerbates that, makes that a worse problem, or if that
The end results is the scores nationally are showing our students are not getting. They're not doing better. They're doing worse.
Well, and this
As an
this
average.
measure though is about teacher salary, and it's their
It's
pay.
always about salary.
Right, yeah.
No matter what it is, teachers or not. But we're losing our students. We're getting beat by every other civilized nation in the world.
And uncivilized ones.
Yeah. Do what?
Yes.
I mean, it's
There's
not,
several
it's
laws.
Not, it's not just first world countries we're losing to.
Yeah, we're losing
anymore.
all these countries. And why? I'm not saying it's the teacher's fault. I'm not saying why. Let's work at why we're losing.
Well,
You agree?
right here's one of these
You
new
don't
laws.
think we're losing? We are.
Certainly, there are other countries that score higher on these general tests than us.
And we spend more per student in America than any other nation in the world, by far. I'm not going to say these
but
numbers.
what part-
3 times as much per student, and we get less scores. Why? Is
Here's my. I agree with you about that, but here's my problem. And I've had mothers, sisters, aunts, a big majority of my family, surrounding me have been teachers or educators. And I never could understand that they work a 40-hour week ain't nothing to them. And they're the lowest paid people on the food chain.
Well,
and they're teaching
I know
the
mechanics
doctors
40-hour week. We work more. We have to buy our own tools. I'm just giving you an example. I have to buy all my own tools. I have to pay, get there early, stay late, so I can feel for them. Talking about everybody got family teachers and stuff. I got a niece that's a superintendent of schools up around Nashville, so I've got a dog in this race.
My point was, out of all that big money they're spending, it's not going for payroll.
No.
And that's sad.
But if you
in
take
my opinion,
this is my opinion, we spend more money per child. I think I read it's triple what any other nation in the world spends for education. Have the lowest scores. I'm not saying it's teachers. Don't try to turn around and I'm being bad on teachers.
Oh,
I want to. I know you wouldn't.
Anywhere that you can,
I want to.
you can put a big pot of money.
Why?
Whether it's called transportation,
right?
Whether it's called education,
they'll spend it.
It's going anywhere you can put a big pot of money. It's going to attract interest in order to sell and get that money. In the education system, that interest is curriculum. So they sell curriculum, okay? And that's where that I was bringing up about this lowering the standard for what the teacher brings. So if it's all just curriculum based, they're trying to take the teaching component out and just funnel information in.
Is that a teachers union backing bill?
I seriously doubt that. I don't know that for sure.
They would be totally against that.
I think it's more of a logistics of doing all the teacher observations that are required. That is a significant time investment.
I could see that.
And
as a reason potentially,
sure,
to get those in.
But how many small businesses? I heard what Tater said, and I understand what he's saying. I'm not knocking teaching. I'm just giving you. I'm the other side of it. It's a double-edged sword. Be an auto mechanic. You have to buy your own tools. And I say own tools, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Listen, an average technician that comes to work for me will bring $100,000 worth of tools with him.
What? $100,000
worth of tools.
He'll bring his own $100,000. That's amazing.
Yeah, and let me finish my
point
story.
is the guy that taught you how to do that ain't making beans.
Yeah,
ain't making
that's the
squat.
point.
That was my point.
My dad, the guy that taught me, he's dead. It was my father. But anyway, let me explain something else to you. And I'm not knocking teachers. And we continuously, every year, update. There's something that a shop supplies, and there's stuff that the tech has supply. Case in point, just in 2022, my shop has spent $50,000. Listen to this, on a new air conditioning machine. This new YZ1234 Freon is taking over. I had to buy a new machine for that. I had to buy a computer so I can program your car. I've had to buy, off the top of my head, programs after programs to diagnose your car. That's what the shop pays.
And you can charge whatever you want.
No, okay.
You can charge. You're in business.
No, sir. That's what everybody says. Not true. You can charge what the market.
They lined up around the block to come in.
Let me explain to you how it works in my business. They say it's what the market will bear.
That's right.
And that's not true in my industry.
Tater had to buy a new motor grader to finish out 641.
I'm just saying.
I can't buy new ones.
They buy used ones.
Used ones.
My point is this. My point is this.
Is
we're all in this together is what I'm trying to say. Every industry, you can't hold up one industry and say, look what poor me's going through. When you can go to my industry and go to your industry and your industry.
I mean, I work all the time and don't get paid.
That's right. Me too.
I mean,
my billable hours. My technicians at my shop, they're there 40 hours a week. A good tech should be able to bill out 50 hours a week if he's quick in between, got your interest and you exit on the job. But Mike, I'm there 60 hours, and I probably don't bill out 30 hours of pay.
You know what would be good if you got elected would be go up there, make a pledge not to make any new laws, but to get rid of laws. And let local control come back to the community so that we can determine how our teachers are going to be evaluated because we know them the best and we know our students the best.
Right.
Let our small businesses do what they want to do.
What I think
we ought to do as any private school system.
I think we ought to put our
in
money
this area.
on education.
You can't compare them to any other public school.
And not in the buildings.
And that's a testament.
We need to put our money in education, not in the buildings, not in the real estate. We don't need a big fancy build, big metal buildings.
Yeah.
give these teachers the tools they need to teach with, and pay these teachers to work. We're spending way too much money on maintenance, on buildings and football fields and all that. That's my opinion. I'm allowed that opinion.
Yeah.
That's not nothing to do with teaching. We need, and all this money we're spending.
Put them in like barracks.
No, I'm talking about big metal buildings.
That's what it sounds
A big
like.
metal building,
Yeah.
and make
Bunch of
classrooms out.
asses in there.
No, you're getting ahead of the game. We don't need clock
There
towers.
there actually could be a little bit more of that.
Like that.
Yeah, we need some of that. But I'm talking about we don't need fancy buildings. Look at your Mennonites. They got they don't go. I don't believe. I'll be corrected when I'm wrong. I think 8th or 9th grade. Maybe they may go 12, but they come out a whole lot smarter than public schools. Why is
I would
that?
disagree there. They have a different skill set.
Yeah.
They come out smarter.
There's a lot more people homeschooling than
That's
I've
right.
ever heard of.
And I'm not arguing. I'm just telling you facts. They come out and pass that
I've
test.
worked with a lot of Mennonites and a lot of
Okay.
Amish. I would put up any of our HC students against any of them.
I bet they'll take your child and be coming up right here any minute.
I
But
know they're watching.
don't
too.
that's right. They're watching.
They're watching.
I'm telling you, every one of them I ever talked to speaks 2 or 3 languages. They're very
They're
intelligent.
very intelligent. I wouldn't
Very
argue that.
intelligent. And they teach them children. And
There's
we
a
need
difference,
more of
though,
that.
there's a difference in being intelligent and being educated. I don't think they probably teach some of the advanced stuff is what we do in our school system. It's not saying they're not smart. I just don't think they probably.
I got their side.
To be honest with you, I don't think they probably don't feel the need to teach algebra or stinking trigonometry or something that you're never going
I
to use
use
the rest of your
algebra.
life.
I use trigonometry. I use geometry every day in my work.
Same.
What do you do?
And some of them will do that with construction, but most of their knowledge, it seems to be super applied.
Right.
Where ours is hopefully the students that will go to college or university, that's awesome. Or if they go into the trades, they can apply it that way.
You know, the last, I'm going to say that the last 10 richest people in the United States was not college educated. That blows my mind when I hear that.
Well, I mean,
You know, because I had an old
It
man.
was
that's
Bitcoin investors.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Well, here's
I'm gonna
another
tell y'all
school
one thing
law
before
right here I
go.
was
I'm
wanna
gonna tell
ask
you
about.
one thing before we go, because there ain't my here to go. They say that don't confuse intelligence with education, because education means you've got a good memory. Intelligence means you're just naturally smart. Y'all can take what you want to out of that. I appreciate you coming in, brother.
Glad to be here. I'll see you on the 16th.
The 16th.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, brother.
problem.
Appreciate it. Good luck on your run. I appreciate you coming
Yeah.
in.
Everybody get out and vote.
Patrick, what do you think?
Hey, I think there's a lot of laws coming in, a lot of good candidates. I'm looking forward to Thursday. I'm looking forward to coverage on the election. It's going to be a great show. We're going to have people coming in and out. We're going to have some accountants helping us tally the votes. Going to be
My political analyst, you going to be here doing your game?
Gonna be-
Hey, y'all 2 extra hosts coming in Thursday night?
I'm going to Aces, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, they got pizza there.
Yeah.
Well,
I think I'm going to Aces.
What are you going to come in?
I think I'm going to Aces.
Okay.
What if
Yay.
what if we come?
They got
What if
beer
we
there.
do? What if we
Just
do?
on
live-
give them a remote. give
Remove
a
them
remote
from the
mic.
camera and turn their damn mics off. They traitors. No, everything's cool, man. I appreciate all y'all coming in. Y'all enjoyed that. There's no pressure. We
I
all
know
got-
one thing. I think the second district out there in the school board's well representative. However they decide,
Yeah.
they've got
Yeah.
2.
There's
And
a
that's
lot.
That's where we're real lucky in this county. We've got good candidates running for all the different things that are running. I don't think there's a bad. You're not going to make a bad choice. However you do.
Tater, tell them what you're running for.
I'm running for county commissioner in the 4th district. So
What is your name? It's not Tater Hayes.
my name is David Hayes on the ballot.
That's right. Y'all folks, when you go vote Thursday, if you're in the 4th district, where's that voting precincts at?
At the Grove
Right?
and over at the Central School Building.
All right. When you go in there to vote and you want to vote for Tater Hayes, look for David Hayes. He's the only Hayes on there running. You know, he's paid me for 3 months, Tater, to run your advertisement. And I've charged the hell out
Cha-ching,
of it.
cha-ching,
I've charged the hell out of it. That's
He's
killing
got
me.
to do that so he
Cha-ching.
can pay my salary.
I'm trying to get a bill on here to help me pay for my cha-ching. Senate bill number 1717.
Who have we got standing right here beside Heather?
Hey, one of my old soccer players.
Tell me who this girl is. What is your name?
What's your name?
I'm Serena.
Hold on,
I'm
Serena who?
Gladwell.
Oh, we didn't know that.
Yeah, this is my youngest daughter.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
called.
She wants to be an actress, so she's debuting.
Oh, yay.
debuting today.
Oh,
They call me Stitch on like the soccer field just because that's a nickname. It all started because there's a girl on my soccer team named Selena, and so I thought that was gonna get confused. So I
No, she's Stitch.
just Stitch everywhere. Yeah, he was my old soccer coach. He was awesome.
Was he good?
Yeah,
Oh.
he was awesome. He's chill. He's laid back.
That's the second easiest way to get a $100 bill right there, ladies
Here's a
and
cool,
gentlemen.
quick story right here. I got her picked last year because we have a draft.
Yeah.
Well,
they draft in soccer like NASCAR?
no, we draft the players.
Drafting, okay.
And Stitches had her real name on the paperwork.
Yeah.
And didn't nobody know what her real name was. And everybody just
And
kept
she's a good
passing.
player.
Everybody kept passing over. And I just had to walk by there. Oh, look what I got. Look what I. They said, "Who's that?" I said, "Stitch." He said, "I walked by that 14 times." I said, "I didn't know what her real name was."
When you snooze, you lose.
That's it.
How was Tater as a coach, Stitch?
He was great actually. He did rec, which is one of the more laid back things. Like it's not travel or school, and so he was a great coach. He was laid back and he wasn't angry if we made a mistake. So it was.
Man, what do
Well,
you
I
think
appreciate
about when you see your mama going to do her show? What do you think about the studio out here? It's pretty cool, ain't it?
Yeah, I love it.
She got to see back in the production.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. It looked
Really?
very stressful though.
It is stressful. But I make it easy on everybody. I'm easy to work with. If you could vote, would you vote for Tater?
Oh yeah, don't
Tell
be
it.
a hater. Vote for Tater.
Homo sign. Look here.
Kevin, put that on
Cha-ching,
it. There you go. Put that in his bill. All right, guys and girls.
That didn't go cha-ching.
Good
That
job.
was 3 Big Macs and 4 small fries.
She gets paid in food.
All right, guys. I want to thank. Hold that side up one more time
Other way.
above you.
There you
Damn it, not you, the girl. Hell, we don't want to see you. Look at there. Tell them one more time what they need to do.
Don't be a hater. Vote for Tater.
That was good.
Yeah. Too kind.
All right, folks, I want to congratulate Dora Warner
Yes.
for the winning, and I want to thank all my viewers. I want to thank all my sponsors. I want to thank everybody that helps me do this. We've got, God Almighty, we got Terry, we got Josh, we got Jason, we got Dana, we got Kevin, we got Chad, we got Ethan. Hell, let's just go down the alphabet. I mean, we've got them all. And Dakota. See, I knew I was going to forget my own grandson. It takes a lot to do this show. It really does, folks. I mean, it takes more than until you come in here and see this little studio, you don't realize the technology behind me. I've got the easy job, all jokes aside. What I do is easy. Them guys has got it hard in there, and I want to thank all of them. I want to thank all my loyal viewers.
Can we clap on
You can clap. I want to thank my loyal viewers. We've made it a year, and a lot of people said, Mike, nobody wants to watch that crap. They don't want to get up here and hear you talk. Well, we proved that wrong. And when I said I might run for office, Mike, nobody's going to vote for you. Let's prove them wrong on that, too, 2 years from now. And Thursday night, the big election return. I've got Mayor John Penn Ridgway coming in. I've got State Representative Tandy Darby and whoever else stops by during the night. We're going to have the winners and the losers calling, coming in, checking in with us, telling us what's going on. And the polls close at 7. We're going live at 7, probably a few minutes before 7. And we are the place to be. We'll be Facebook Live at 7 p.m. with all the election returns. We're going to have all the politicians on it. We're going to have the local county mayor, John Penn. We're going to talk about what's going on in locally. We got the state rep. We're going to talk about what's going on in our district. And August the 9th, we've got Jamie with the Emporium. He's coming in, going to be discussing the benefits of CBD. They tell me I got excited when I first heard about it. It says CDB, and I thought, hell, we got the Charlie Daniels band coming in. But that ain't what it is. And I think Heather's going to be with me on this one, correct, Heather?
I mean, you're trying to talk me into it.
All right. You seem to know this stuff. I mean,
Well, we did a whole show on Health Matters, which is
That's
also
right.
recorded and available on CBD.
Now, that's your thing. You
In-house.
got to talk there.
Yeah, so on the 11th, we're going to have experts in bioidentical hormone replacement coming from the Hormone Therapy Centers of America, and we're going to talk about all those health benefits.
What in
So
the heck
tune
is
in.
bioidentical hormone therapy?
So it's using like actual hormone replacement.
Women
that
or
is-
men?
Both.
I got hormones.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Yeah, you got a lot of.
You
Well,
think we
you
can
probably
make
don't
some
have
mon-
as much as you had 20 years ago,
Hey, that's-
honestly.
I'm-
But so pharmaceutical companies cannot make any money on something that occurs in nature, and so they don't make money on this product. But this has more benefits than your synthetic testosterone or estrogen.
I wish we'd have
replacement.
got, and when Heather, when we was talking about all these laws, about that opium law, where they going to, you can get a prescription for that Narcan.
Yeah.
You know, that's the damnedest thing ever. They sell you drugs, but they also sell you a counter to it because people don't know how to take them.
That's why we need to legalize marijuana.
We
We
do.
could talk about that too.
Then don't forget, folks, August the 16th, Stan Dunnigan will be here with Bitcoin. He'll be our special guest. We're going to find out the ins and outs of Bitcoin. I think, Patrick, you coming in on that
Yes,
one?
sir.
We're going to find out about the Bitcoin, what's going on. August the 30th, Dan Knowles is coming in. Man, that's my favorite. We're going to have a little banjo picking.
Hey, do you know what the difference between a banjo and an onion is? Nobody cries when you chop up a banjo. Sorry, Dan.
Oh.
We'll have to remember that.
Oh. My ear just went off here. Oh, Lord almighty.
I've told
help
them
us.
that joke before.
Oh, okay. Anyway, Dan Knowles, August the 30th, we're going to talk about, he's going to bring in an example of where the American banjo come off of Africa. A lot of people don't know. I know a
I
little
had
bit.
no idea.
Come out of Africa. It's an African instrument. He's going to bring it in. What his replica of what we call a banjo, what it come from in Africa. He's going to play, going to tell us about the river boats.
Yeah.
That's exciting to me. You know, the
Yeah.
river boat, playing a banjo on a river boat's
Oh,
got to
yeah.
be badass.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get no better than that. Just playing, running down the Mississippi River or the Ohio or Tennessee, playing a banjo.
Big Sandy.
I'm sucking on the candy. My producer just went off on me for that. But hey, man, my mouth's dry.
Talk too much.
All right.
Those are the times I wish he was in my ear.
Yeah.
Where I could hear that.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, when they cuss me, yeah, he's on me all the time. I think he loves me. I really
Inflation
do.
Buster on the screen.
Did you hear that? I don't see it on screen. There it is.
There
And
it
don't
is.
forget, every Tuesday we got the Inflation Buster. Keep watching. Landmark Realty, $100 bill, Mike Weatherford Show. It just don't get no better, folks. I want to thank you, Patrick.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank you, Tater. I
Glad
want
to
to
be
thank
here.
you, Heather.
Thank you.
I want to thank you back here, girl. And I want to thank all the guests that stopped in tonight. Hey, don't forget, Thursday, go vote. Do your duty. It's you gotta vote. Don't be bitching and complaining if you don't vote. So don't forget, next Thursday, this coming up Thursday, August the 4th. Am I correct on the date? Election returns, 7 p.m. live, right here on the Mike Weatherford Show. It's the place to be. But remember, don't be late. See y'all.